I'm gonna go over 5 tips to help you instantly get better and win more games in college football 25. Let's get into it. For the first tip, we will go over how to use zone drops. Zone drops can be extremely useful when wanting to guard corner routes or crossing routes running through the middle of the field. To get to zone drops, go to coaching adjustments in the play calling menu by pressing the right stick in. Then scroll down until you see zone drops. This adjustment allows you to change the depth at which your flats, curl flats, or hooks will drop back. So if you put your flats at 25 yards, the light blue flat zones will drop back to a 25-yard depth at the snap of the ball. If you leave the zone drops on default, the zones will play the regular zone assignment since we didn't assign them to any specific zone drop. So now I'm going to show you how you can use zone drops to defend the best route in the game, corner routes. One of the most efficient ways to stop corner routes is with a defense called double Mabel. Double Mabel is a defense that locks down the sidelines, where on both sides of the field you have one flat guarding the short flat area, another flat guarding the deep sidelines using the zone drop adjustment, the user defending the middle of the field, and 2 deep safety help. To create a double Mabel defense, go to coaching adjustments and put your curl flats on 30 yards, and leave the rest of the zones on default. 25 to 30 yard zone dropped curl flats are great for defending deep corner routes. A 20-yard curl flat would be great for defending short corner routes. After you set up your zone drops, pick a cover 2 zone defense. In the play, use as a linebacker on the mid read, then shade down by pressing Y or triangle and down on the right stick to change your cloud flats to hard flats. Then put both of your hook curl defenders on curl flats. Now if your opponent tries to attack the sidelines with a popular route concept that has a straight, corner, and flat, you will see that the flat zone will take the flat, the deep half will defend the streak, and the 30-yard curl flat will run with the corner route and totally lock it down. Double Mabel can also do well against deep crossing routes. In this play, the offense has a streak and flat on one side, then a deep crosser and a dig on the other side. When running double Mabel, you will see as the user, if you guard the crosser in the middle of the field, the curl flat will then defend the deep crosser once it gets close enough to the sidelines. This is a great way to bait your opponent into throwing an interception. For the second tip, we're going to go over custom route stems and how it can make your offense unstoppable. Custom route stems give you the ability to adjust the length of specific routes like corners, posts, ins, outs, and more. You can do this by pressing Y or triangle, then the receiver icon you want to adjust. Then hold down LB or L1 and move the left stick up or down depending on how long or short you want the route. Using this mechanic correctly can help you beat man coverage and zone coverage so much easier. For example, against zone coverage like a cover 3, pay attention to the route combo on the back side, with the tight end on a corner and the running back on a flat. If I were to run this play with the tight end corner breaking at about 10 to 12 yards, you're gonna see that the deep third will guard the corner because the depth of the route allows the deep zone to defend the receiver. But if I run the same exact concept, except this time I custom route stem the corner route down to break at around 3 to 5 yards, you're gonna see that there's a huge window to throw the ball underneath the deep zone. Because we custom route stem the corner route down, not letting the deep zone have a chance to defend it. You can also use custom route stems to your advantage to beat man defense. Some routes that beat man coverage are slants, drags, and even in routes do a good job this year. But posts and corners are also very good man beating routes, especially when you custom route stem them all the way down. The first route we'll look at is the custom route stemmed corner. When the ball is snapped, you're gonna see that the quick cut by the receiver will help the receiver gain a ton of separation to throw an easy dot. And you'll see that the custom route stemmed post will pretty much do the same thing just to the middle of the field. Number 3, how to use the best juke moves. In college football 25, the best juke is the spin move. To spin correctly, where you can make people miss and change direction at a fast pace, press B or circle to spin while holding the right trigger. You'll see when spinning and not holding the right trigger, the spin move does not gain any ground and is not as fast, so you won't be able to juke anyone out. So be sure to hold the right trigger when making juke moves. The second best juke move is the basic juke, where the player side shuffles left or right. To do this, hold the right trigger like we did for the spin move and flick the right stick to the left for a juke to the left or to the right for a juke to the right. One of the best ways to make people miss advice using these jukes is to make sure you're running at an angle towards the left or right corner of the end zone. For example, in this play, I am running towards the left corner of the end zone, and when I see the defender coming to make a tackle straight on, I've given myself a great angle to make the defender miss while also continuing to run up the field after the juke. This strategy makes it easier to juke people out opposed to running straight at the defender and trying to juke them out from there. For the fourth tip, we'll go over how to slow down scrambling quarterbacks. In the game right now, QB contains where you can double tap RB or R1 to have your DNs keep the QB in the pocket does not work. So one of the best ways to slow down quarterback scrambles is by QB spying your linebacker or defensive lineman. QB spies will mirror the quarterback anywhere he goes. To put a linebacker on a QB spy, double tap right on the D-pad and choose what linebacker you want to put on the QB spy. Then flick the right stick to the left. If you want to put a D lineman on a QB spy, double tap left on the D-pad, choose what D lineman you want to adjust, then flick the right stick to the left for QB spy. One pro tip I have for you is that if you want to send your QB spy to blitz the QB, you can press the right stick in. This will send the closest QB spy to blitz the QB. At number 5, we have pocket presence. Many people have the tendency to immediately step back out of the pocket when the ball is snapped. And what many people don't know is that taking a bunch of steps back causes the D-line, more specifically the D ends, to shed a lot quicker because you're giving them an easy angle to go and sack you. Not only does this give you less time to make a throw, but it will also take longer for the ball to get to your receiver when you do throw the ball because you're further behind the line of scrimmage. And the more time the ball is in the air, the more time the defense has to react to make a play on the ball. So opposed to taking steps back at the snap of the ball, try your best to stay in the pocket and practice moving up into the pocket. This will help your O-line block better and longer, letting your deep routes develop so you can throw lasers down the field while not letting the defense even make a play on the ball. If you're looking for an offensive scheme to start dominating and win championships with, check out the video on the screen. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and I hope this video helped you out. Remember to like and subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next video.